Roaring Twenties, from boom to bust. Welcome viewers to an era of extraordinary transformation, where the rhythm of jazz, the allure of flappers, and an unprecedented economic boom defined a generation. With the Roaring Twenties as our focus, we'll dive into the vibrant decade that reshaped America and left an indelible mark on history. After World War I, America emerged with a sense of optimism and a thirst for change. Soldiers returned home to a nation eager to leave behind the hardships of war. This post-war era ushered in a spirit of innovation, social liberation, and economic prosperity that would characterize the 1920s. The Roaring Twenties were marked by an economic boom that saw rapid industrial growth and the rise of consumer culture. Mass production techniques revolutionized industries, making goods more affordable and accessible. This newfound prosperity fueled a surge in consumer spending, bringing modern conveniences into households and transforming daily life. The automobile industry, spearheaded by Henry Ford's Model T, played a pivotal role in this economic expansion. Affordable cars revolutionized transportation, granting Americans unprecedented mobility and freedom. As more people took to the roads, suburban communities blossomed, and a new car culture began to take shape, forever altering the landscape. Technological innovations further defined the decade, with inventions like the radio and cinema becoming household staples. Radio broadcasts brought news, music, and entertainment into living rooms, forging a new sense of shared experience. The burgeoning film industry, centered in Hollywood, captivated audiences nationwide, making movie stars household names and shaping popular culture. The Jazz Age marked a cultural revolution in the 1920s, infusing American society with a vibrant, new energy. Jazz music, with its roots in African American communities, spread nationwide, influencing fashion, dance, and attitudes. This era celebrated spontaneity and creativity, leaving a lasting impact on American culture. Flappers epitomized the spirit of rebellion and freedom in the 1920s. These young women challenged traditional norms with their bold fashion choices, short haircuts, and carefree attitudes. Flappers were more than a trend. They symbolized a shift toward greater independence and self-expression for women during this transformative decade. Prohibition began with the 18th Amendment, aiming to curb alcohol consumption. Instead, it fueled the rise of speakeasies and illegal liquor trade. Americans found creative ways to circumvent the law, transforming the social landscape. Prohibition's unintended consequences highlighted the complexities of legislating morality in a rapidly changing society. Organized crime flourished under Prohibition, with figures like Al Capone becoming infamous. The illegal alcohol market created lucrative opportunities for criminal enterprises. Gangsters wielded significant power, influencing politics and society. Prohibition inadvertently strengthened organized crime, leaving a lasting legacy on America's legal and cultural framework. The Harlem Renaissance was a cultural and artistic explosion in the 1920s, centered in New York City's Harlem neighborhood. African-American writers, musicians, and artists like Langston Hughes and Duke Ellington gained prominence. This movement celebrated Black identity and creativity, profoundly shaping American culture and advancing civil rights. The Lost Generation writers like F. Scott Fitzgerald and Ernest Hemingway captured the disillusionment and recklessness of the era. Their works, filled with themes of decadence and the hollowness of the American dream, resonated with readers. This literary movement offered a critical lens on society's rapid changes and growing materialism. The 19th Amendment, granting women the right to vote, marked a significant milestone in the 1920s. It symbolized a shift towards gender equality and greater societal inclusion. Women's suffrage reflected broader cultural changes, empowering women to engage more actively in public and political life, reshaping the social fabric of America. The stock market boom saw an unprecedented rise in investments, fueled by optimism and speculation. Many Americans bought stocks on margin, borrowing money to invest, which amplified the market's growth. However, this speculative frenzy created a fragile financial environment, setting the stage for economic instability and future turmoil. Excess and financial speculation became cultural hallmarks of the 1920s. People invested in extravagant lifestyles and risky ventures, often ignoring the potential consequences. This era of indulgence masked underlying economic vulnerabilities, as unchecked speculation and overconfidence in continuous growth contributed to the looming financial crisis. The Great Migration saw African Americans moving from the rural South to urban North in search of better opportunities. This demographic shift significantly impacted cities, fostering vibrant cultural communities and reshaping urban life. The migration also played a crucial role in the cultural and artistic movements that defined the decade. Hollywood experienced a meteoric rise during the Roaring Twenties, transforming into the global epicenter of the film industry. Iconic movies like The Jazz Singer and stars such as Charlie Chaplin and Greta Garbo captivated audiences. The silver screen became a powerful medium, shaping cultural trends and societal norms across America. Sports heroes emerged as larger-than-life figures, inspiring dreams and uniting communities. Babe Ruth's home runs and Jack Dempsey's boxing prowess turned them into national icons. Their athletic achievements were celebrated not just for their skill, but for the sense of possibility and excitement they brought to the era. The Red Scare gripped America with fear of communism and radicalism. Government actions, such as the Palmer raids, targeted suspected radicals. This period of heightened suspicion and paranoia significantly impacted civil liberties, leading to widespread arrests and deportations, and leaving a lasting mark on American political culture. Immigration policies became increasingly restrictive, culminating in the Immigration Act of 1924. This law imposed quotas that limited the number of immigrants from certain countries, dramatically altering the demographic landscape. The legislation reflected the era's nativist sentiments and had profound effects on American society, shaping its cultural and ethnic composition. The political landscape was dominated by influential figures like Presidents Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover. Their policies, emphasizing business growth and limited government intervention, mirrored the era's economic optimism. Major political events and decisions during their administrations would shape the course of American history, setting the stage for future challenges and developments. Labor strikes in the 1920s were significant, reflecting workers' growing discontent with poor working conditions and low wages. Major strikes, such as the 1926 coal miners' strike, showcased the intense struggle for better labor rights. These strikes galvanized support for labor unions, highlighting the need for fair labor practices and reforms. The resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan during the 1920s was alarming. The Klan expanded its influence beyond the South, targeting not only African Americans, but also immigrants, Catholics, and Jews. Their violent tactics and racist ideology created a climate of fear and division, impacting communities and shaping national discourse on race relations. Fashion in the 1920s underwent a dramatic transformation. Women embraced shorter hemlines, bobbed haircuts, and loose-fitting garments, reflecting newfound freedoms and changing societal norms. Men's fashion also evolved with more relaxed and practical styles. These changes in fashion symbolized broader shifts in lifestyle, individuality, and social attitudes during the decade. The Art Deco movement emerged as a prominent architectural and design style in the 1920s. Characterized by geometric shapes, bold colors, and lavish ornamentation, Art Deco influenced buildings, furniture, and everyday objects. Iconic structures like the Chrysler Building in New York exemplified this style, leaving a lasting legacy on the visual landscape. Advances in science and medicine during the 1920s brought significant progress. Key breakthroughs included the discovery of penicillin by Alexander Fleming, which revolutionized medical treatments. Innovations in technology and research enhanced public health, improved life expectancy, and paved the way for future scientific achievements, impacting society profoundly. Economic warning signs began to surface as the decade progressed. Overproduction in factories led to surpluses, while wages for workers remained stagnant. This imbalance created a fragile economy, with too much product and too little purchasing power. Additionally, rampant speculation in the stock market indicated an unsustainable financial bubble. The events of Black Tuesday, October 29, 1929, marked a turning point. Panic set in as millions of shares were traded at plummeting prices. Investors lost fortunes overnight, and the stock market crash sent shockwaves through the economy. This catastrophic event signaled the beginning of widespread economic turmoil. The aftermath of the crash was immediate and devastating. The Great Depression began, thrusting millions into unemployment and poverty. The economic prosperity of the Roaring Twenties evaporated almost instantly. Families struggled to make ends meet, and the American dream seemed increasingly out of reach for many. Businesses across the nation faced bankruptcy as consumer spending dried up. Small and large enterprises alike couldn't sustain operations without revenue, leading to mass closures. Unemployment skyrocketed, and the ripple effect further weakened the economy. The once thriving business landscape of the 1920s was left in ruins. Bank failures compounded the crisis, as financial institutions couldn't meet withdrawal demands. Many Americans lost their life savings overnight, deepening the economic despair. The lack of trust in banks exacerbated the situation, causing more panic and instability. The financial system's collapse highlighted the need for substantial reform and regulation. The initial government response to the crash was marked by hesitation and confusion. Policies were slow to materialize, and early efforts were largely ineffective. Key figures like President Hoover believed in limited intervention, expecting the market to correct itself, which delayed decisive action and exacerbated the economic downturn. As the economy continued to unravel, the social fabric of America began to tear. Families faced unprecedented hardships, with widespread unemployment and loss of homes. Breadlines and soup kitchens became common sights, reflecting the desperation and struggle of millions. The once booming nation was now grappling with profound social changes. The crash left a significant cultural imprint. Artists and writers shifted their focus to reflect the new harsh realities, producing works that captured the despair and resilience of the times. John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath and Dorothea Lange's poignant photographs became emblematic of the era's suffering and the enduring human spirit. Amid the economic chaos, new economic theories began to gain traction. John Maynard Keynes emerged as a prominent figure, advocating for increased government intervention to stimulate demand and pull the economy out of depression. His ideas laid the groundwork for future economic policies, emphasizing the importance of government roles in stabilizing economies. The Roaring Twenties taught valuable lessons about economic cycles and the dangers of unregulated markets. These lessons influenced future policies, leading to more robust financial regulations and safety nets. The decade left a lasting legacy, reminding future generations of the importance of balance between economic freedom and oversight to prevent similar crises. The Roaring Twenties left an indelible mark on American culture, influencing everything from music and fashion to social attitudes. The decade's legacy is evident in the enduring popularity of jazz, the progressive strides in women's rights, and the architectural marvels of Art Deco. This era remains a symbol of innovation and transformation. Drawing parallels between the 1920s and modern times reveals striking similarities. Both periods experienced rapid technological advancements, cultural shifts, and economic highs and lows. By studying the past, we can glean valuable insights into navigating contemporary challenges, ensuring we don't repeat the mistakes that led to the Great Depression. Reflecting on the importance of studying this era, it's clear that the Roaring Twenties offer lessons in resilience, creativity, and the consequences of unchecked excess. Understanding this period helps us appreciate the complexities of societal change and the factors that drive economic growth and decline, making it a crucial part of our historical knowledge. As we delve into the stories of the 1920s, it's fascinating to uncover how the past shapes our present. The innovations and cultural revolutions of that time continue to influence our daily lives, reminding us that history is not just a series of events, but a continuous thread that weaves through generations. If you enjoyed this journey through the Roaring Twenties, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with friends who love history, and let's continue exploring the past together. Your engagement helps us bring more exciting historical content to life. Thank you for watching. The Roaring Twenties left an indelible mark on American society, shaping cultural and economic landscapes in ways that still resonate today. From jazz music to flapper fashion, the era's innovations and social changes continue to influence contemporary trends. Understanding this period provides valuable insights into the evolution of modern America. The lessons from the Roaring Twenties remain relevant, particularly the cautionary tales about economic speculation and inequality. The decade's rapid growth and subsequent crash serve as a reminder of the potential pitfalls of unchecked capitalism. These historical lessons inform current economic policies and debates, highlighting the importance of sustainable growth. Despite its eventual downturn, the Roaring Twenties were a time of remarkable progress and creativity. The era saw significant advancements in technology, culture, and social norms. These innovations laid the groundwork for future developments, demonstrating the enduring power of human ingenuity and adaptability during times of change. The social upheavals of the 1920s also paved the way for greater inclusivity and diversity in American culture. The Harlem Renaissance, women's suffrage, and other movements challenged traditional norms and expanded opportunities for marginalized groups. These strides towards equality continue to inspire contemporary social justice efforts. Reflecting on the Roaring Twenties allows us to appreciate the complexities of this dynamic decade. Its mix of prosperity and hardship, innovation and caution, reveals much about the human experience. By studying this period, we gain a deeper understanding of how past events shape our present and future. The Roaring Twenties left an indelible mark on American culture, influencing everything from music to fashion. This decade's innovation and style continue to inspire modern trends. Its legacy is visible in today's jazz clubs, Art Deco architecture, and the celebration of individualism and creativity in various art forms. Drawing parallels between the 1920s and modern times reveals striking similarities, especially in technological advancements and cultural shifts. Both eras experienced significant social changes and economic challenges. Understanding the past helps us navigate contemporary issues, reminding us that history often repeats itself in unexpected ways. Studying the Roaring Twenties offers valuable lessons about economic cycles, social movements, and cultural evolution. It highlights the importance of resilience and adaptability in the face of change. These insights can inform present-day policies and encourage us to appreciate the complexity of historical events. Reflecting on the importance of this era underscores the need to preserve its history. The Roaring Twenties were a time of profound transformation that shaped the modern world. By learning about this period, we gain a deeper understanding of our own society and the forces that drive progress.